What's up, everybody? Welcome to Revamp. I'm so excited about this series. So there are some workouts that I want to go over with you so you know all of the exercises and how to do them. As always, if you guys have any questions along the way, if you feel like you need modifications or if you feel like you're still confused about how to do an exercise, you're struggling in some area, please let me know. Just shoot me an email or send me a message or drop it in the Facebook group. So anyway, I'm glad to have all of you guys here. It's 27 days. You can do anything for 27 days. So let's go through the workouts. Guys, with everything, make sure you're doing a warm-up. So this warm-up can do anything. You can do cardio pieces of equipment if you have them at home. You can jog in place. You can do jumping jacks. You can do high knees, butt kicks, whatever it is that just gets you moving. So if you have a jump rope, you can do a jump rope. Anything at all that gets you moving, gets your heart rate up, and then gets your body physically warm. So we're trying to prepare our bodies for doing all of these activities. So make sure that you're doing some type of warm-up, okay? 5 to 10 minutes should be sufficient. So there are two different workouts. There's an upper body workout and a lower body workout. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a household object. So I have my book bag, okay? You can use soup cans, you can use water bottles, you can use a case of water, anything at all if you do not have weights. If you do have weights, then use them. But if you don't have weights, it's okay. I'm going to show you the version without weights so that it's not an unfair advantage. So here we go. The first workout is an upper body day. So you'll notice, guys, on your weekly breakdown, you'll see those little subscript numbers, 1, 2, and on the hit days, you have 3 and 4 as well. Just pay attention to the 1 or 2 next to the upper body days and the lower body days, because it will tell you how many reps you're doing, how much rest, and how many rounds you're doing, okay? If that's still too easy for you, so if you do day 1 or week 1, it's still too easy for you and you want to do more, you can do more. So instead of 3 rounds the first week, you wanted to do 4, totally fine. But then next week, when it advances, I want you to also advance, okay? So if you start with the higher rep range or the higher round count, then I want you to continue to progressively go higher, if that makes any sense. All right, so upper body. First things first is push-up. Pretty simplistic. We've all done these. So you're gonna get in this plank position. You drop yourself to the ground and back up, okay? If that's too much, come down to your knees. You're here. If that's too much, find a bench. You can either do them on your knees here, or you can do it up on your toes. If that's still too much, go up against the wall. Hands up against the wall. You can do push-ups that way. Next is an overhead shoulder press. So there's a couple different variations that I have on here, so I'm just gonna grab this one. I'm just gonna do a shoulder press with my household object. So I'm here, shoulder press up, and back down. If you do not have any weights, you do not have a book bag, you do not have soup cans, you have nothing else that you can use, you can do a pike push-up. So a pike push-up is essentially an inverted V. So you're gonna be in this V-type position. You're gonna drop your head, and you're gonna come down and back up. Now you will notice this is shoulder dominant, but again, I'm giving you either overhead shoulder press or a pike push-up. So I'm wanting it to be shoulder dominant. If that also doesn't work, you could do a push-up to a down dog. So pike push-ups are pretty difficult, guys. So if you can't do that, you can do a push-up into a down dog. So you're almost pushing back here, down dog. Again, you can modify that push-up if you need to, into a knee push-up or an elevated push-up. Next is a plank shoulder tap. So you're gonna be in a high plank position. Start out like this. You're just gonna come up, tap, opposite shoulder. Whole time, guys, make sure your core is tight. You're not dipping your hips. Hips aren't coming up in the air. Next is a Superman pull-up. So this isn't actually a pull-up. You don't have to worry about having a pull-up bar. But you're gonna be in a Superman position down on the ground, and you're gonna do a pull-up motion where your hands glide along your body. Okay, so you're gonna be in a Superman position here, down the ground. You're gonna come up with your hands and up with your feet, and you're gonna come back into a pull-up. You're gonna stay in this position the entire time. Okay, so all you're doing is coming down as if you were to be doing a pull-up. You're driving your elbows back towards the side of your body, squeezing your lats. Inchworm. This is where you start hands feet together. You're gonna walk your hands down to your feet, walk your hands out, keep your body straight. You're gonna do a push-up down here. If you can, if not, take the push-up out. It's totally fine. And then walk your hands back in. That's an inchworm. Plank, up, downs. So you're going to be in a high plank position. You're gonna walk your hands down to your forearms, and then you're gonna walk your hands back up into a high plank. So you're here, drop your knee, or drop your elbows, and then back up. Try and alternate the hand that you lead with. That way you're not overcompensating. Next are dips. So find any object, chair, bench. I'm using my ottoman. All you're gonna do is take your feet straight out. I want you to drive your elbows back, but I want you to also make sure that your body is staying close to this object, okay? What it shouldn't look like is this, when you're coming away from the object. You actually want to glide your body along the object on the way down, okay? If that's too much for you, take your feet in here. You can do it here. If that's also too much for you, you can just do a modified dip, so you don't have to go all the way down. Let's put this hair up. All right, next up is a bicep curl. You all know how to do a bicep curl, but again, if you don't have weights at home, totally fine. I'm gonna use my book bag. I'm here, I'm just gonna come up and curl and back down. If you don't have, you could use soup cans. You can have soup cans. You're welcome. You can do anything. If you have bands, you could also use bands. Those are your bicep curls. We've got one more exercise, plank toe taps. So you're gonna be in a plank position. You're gonna alternate toes that tap out. So you're gonna be here in this high plank position, come out, tap your toe, back in. My ottoman's in the way. If you wanna make it more difficult, I'm gonna show you from this side as well. Come down your forearms, plank. That is it. That's your upper body. So you're gonna go through those guys pretty quick. Once you guys get used to it, it should be a little bit easier for you guys to kind of run through it, but that's your upper body day. Lower body day. So again, you have a weight. If you have weights, you would just want to put them on your shoulders. If you don't, you can just put a backpack on, or you could use anything at all, or just do it body weight. So here you are to start. You're just gonna squat and stand. Okay? Guys, remember when you do squats, I want you to focus on sitting back on your heels. So anytime you do any leg exercises, you should be putting all of your weight through your heels, not your toe. Reason being is that when you come up on your toe, it puts a lot of pressure on the anterior side of your leg. Totally, it's putting your knee in a bad position. So you want to make sure that you're pushing through your heel. So make sure you sit back and down into your heel. Okay? Next up is a step up. So find anything at all. I would recommend probably something harder than an ottoman, but an ottoman will work, and I'll show you. You could use a coffee table. You could use stairs if you actually have stairs. Any chair will work as well. So the big thing with step up here is that you're going to push your weight or shift your center of gravity over the leg that's doing the work, okay? This back leg is not doing the work for me here. My front leg is doing my work. So I don't want to push off of my back leg. I want to shift my center of gravity over the leg that's about to do the work. Come up, stabilize, and slow back down, okay? What I don't want to see is this, where you just drop yourself back down. Control your body up, and then control your body down. You can use as high of a height that feels comfortable for you. So the higher, obviously, the more difficult, but that doesn't mean that that's what you have to use. So next is a walking lunge. You can just do an alternating lunge if you don't have a lot of space. You're just gonna come out with one leg and back down. Excuse me, Amos. I'm getting taken out by a dog. Alternate here. You could do reverse lunges here. Or again, if you have space to roam, just do your walking lunges. Next up is a glute bridge or a hip thrust. So I'm gonna show you a hip thrust first. You can do this on an ottoman, like I said. If you wanted to, you can put weights right here. I'll use my soup cans. Your shoulder blades are gonna be on the object. You're gonna bring your butt towards the ground, come up, push push through your heels. Here, push through your heels. A glute bridge would be on the ground, so we'll try this on the ground. Maybe here, weights if you want to, push up. Again, driving through your heels, pushing the hips up to the ground. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, put one foot in the air, same thing. And then puppy pose.
Come on.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. All right. Next is a goblet squat or a lateral lunge. So it's up to you what you would like to do. Goblet squats are when you have usually a dumbbell right here, and it touches your chest and your stomach at the same time. But if you don't have weights, that's fine. Just use this bad boy. I'm just gonna hold it right here next to my body. All I'm gonna do is squat like a regular squat. Okay? Here, back up. Here, back up. Here. Okay? If that's not something you wanna do, you wanna do the lateral lunge. You're just going to step to one side. This leg is going to stay straight. So I step out, I lunge, and I'm back. Okay? Guys, remember that you're sitting here, you're sitting back. So I'm trying to keep my chest high. Notice I'm not doing one of these. Okay? This does nothing for my leg, does everything for my back. So I'm here and back. That's a lateral lunge. Box jumps. So again, if you don't have a box to jump onto, you can jump on your ottoman, you can jump on a stair, or you could just jump as like a hop over. So I'll show you each up. So you're here as a box jump. Here comes Amos. Hold on.
Amos, come here.
Here, up. Okay? So any piece of furniture. I mean, if you want to jump on your furniture, or you could do hop overs. So I take any object whatsoever. I'm going to use my water bottle. I should use my dog.
Amos.
Carry on. Hey, sit. Okay, hop overs. I'm here, up, over. Okay, that's your option. Next, kneel down, stand up. This sounds trivial, but it's harder than you think. Okay, so you're going to stand to start. You're going to kneel down, switch legs, stand up. Kneel, stand up. This will get tired after a while. Next up is a Superman. So we've done these with the Superman pull-ups. You're gonna be down here on the ground, hands out, legs out, come up, and back down. Come up. Last is reverse crunches. You roll your body over. The idea of reverse crunches is that you're pulling your hips off the ground. So this is my starting position. My core is engaged. My shoulders are off the ground. Excuse me. Works. Here come the dogs. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right, so you crunch here, and then you're going to just bring your hips off the ground. Okay? Make this really hard. Try to extend your legs when you come down. If you want to make it easier, keep your legs close. That's reverse crunch. So that's it for your lower body day. You have a little bit of abs in there, but now we're gonna go through the metabolic workout. So you have a metabolic circuit. This you're just gonna do one after the other, just like your regular circuits. But this one is different in that you're trying to do it as fast as possible. So the other ones aren't necessarily about how quickly you get through them. It's just about how many rounds you get. This one is how fast you move through it. So the idea is that it's quick, it's metabolic, you guys are moving. So if you've ever done my summer sweats or fallouts, this is similar to those. Your heart rate is going. So first thing is a squat thrust. You're gonna put your hands on the ground, kick your legs back, legs come back in, you stand. So you're here, stand. It's kind of like a burpee, but without the push-up. Reverse lunges, step back into a lunge, and alternate. Okay. Next, inchworm with a push-up. So you're here, walk your hands down, push up, walk your hands back in. If you need to come down to your knees for these, that's fine. Try and keep your legs as straight as possible. Keep your core tight the entire time. Lunge jumps. So this is an either or. You can either do lunge jumps or pop squats. So I'll show you a lunge jump first. You're going to start in a reverse lunge. You're gonna come up, drive the knee, hop on that stationary leg. Okay, you're here, reverse lunge, and then switch legs. Or you could do a pop squat. You squat with your legs out, bring your legs in and right back out. Squat, in, out. Okay. Next is a walking plank. So you're down on the ground, high plank position. You're just going to walk to one side and walk to the other. 2 more exercises. Plank alternating toe taps. So you're going to be in a, I'll do these sideways and then straight on. So high plank position, you're going to come and touch the opposite toe. See if I can get it this way, not kick my ottoman. You're here. Okay, that's plank alternating toe taps. Next one, last one, is a wood chop sit up. So you're gonna be in this position. You're gonna come up into a sit up, but when you come up, you're going to chop to the side like you're chopping wood. So you're here, chop, here, chop. Okay? If you have to hook your feet under something for stability, that's fine. All right, so that's it. Sorry, that's your metabolic workout. So your metabolic workout, 4 to 6 rounds, you're going as fast as you can through those circuits, okay? What I would do, if I were you, is I would write down how many rounds you got the first time, how long it took you, and then see how you progress through the 4 weeks. All right, the last thing on there is a HIIT workout. I did explain this in the directions, but if you don't have any cardio equipment, so you don't have a treadmill, elliptical, bike, rower, whatever it is, you can just do like sprints in place. So run as fast as you can for the same amount of time, or you could like run up your stairs if you have stairs to run up. So thing is, you're trying to go as fast as humanly possible for that amount of time, that amount of reps. So that's it. Those are your workouts. Guys, if you have any questions at all, like I said, you need modifications, things that are coming up along the way, like you're noticing, hey, this is hurting my knee or this is hurting whatever. Let me know so I can troubleshoot for you. Other than that, you guys are gonna do awesome. I'm so excited for you guys to get started. Let me know how you're doing with everything. Have a wonderful week.